Hello, welcome to Satisfactory Monday. This is Felonious Deer at Backwoods Gaming. And I was starting to wonder how long it was going to take for Fixmas content to download, but apparently it just finished. I presume it's Fixmas content. I think we're about to find out. I'm actually somewhat on time for once. I have one thing to do yet. And that pretty much takes care of that. Hey, that was one more thing I needed to get done. I believe I'm set to go. And if I remember right, I have a little work to do. Maybe more than a little. Ah, what I thought. Getting gifts. American, how's it going? Satisfactory, it's a factory sim, pretty much. Sort of a factorial in 3D, but different.
Congratulations, you have found your first Fixmas gift package, which is, naturally, full of gifts, the basic part necessary for most Fixmas seasonal event activities. Don't forget to check the calendar or the map to see what you can do with these gifts. Or do forget, I don't care.
All right, I need... What do I need to do first? I got a lot of rearranging I need to do here. I don't like the way this is... I've got this turned out. And I thought I had more than one. I do. Hold on. Why aren't you giving me any? Am I looking at the right ones? Oh, no, I'm not. Where's? I am looking at the wrong one. Rotors. This is all power production. Biofuel processing for... Good job. Someone needs to put up some safety rails around here. cash in this game? Oh no. No, it's not about the cash. It's about saving kittens and puppies and the planet Earth, because that's the fix-it way. And building a space elevator. That thing needs to be finished. And that's what it's all about. Power. I can't do anything. Can I?
This is ridiculous.
It's Fixmas, Ada. Hold on. What's... I forgot they make noise when they come in. Missed completely. How hard would it be to get more coal generators online? I would need... I have 4... power shards. No, I didn't really intend to do this, and I really didn't think I could. Not that it did me a lot of good. This is bad.
Ho ho, oh whatever.
Really? I sense a little bit of a grinchy note there, Ada. 30 per minute. Wait a minute. These only use 15. I need 2 more coal generators. Why didn't I put in... Hold on. I need a few more reinforced iron plates. If I remember right, I was short on items last time. I think I was short on rotors to put in a couple more generators, which is what I need to do. Hi. I forgot. I have a projectile weapon now. Oops.
Look through the window and witness a threat.
Yeah, that thing followed me. They're not supposed to be guided. Not gonna make it. This is gonna hurt. I can't believe how stuck I am with expecting a jetpack to take over. So what I need to do I need 2 more generators. And that should give me all of the power I need to completely shut down, reconfigure the factory, and close down. Ha! More than enough. Close down the biofuel burners. To get them isolated, I'll have to take time later to pick up biofuel or biomass material and get the generators restocked on biofuel for emergency backup. But otherwise, you'll have plenty of rats. Otherwise, we'll have plenty of power for the time, for the immediate needs. Am I even saying that right? Immediate usage, immediate needs. Now, will I have enough water? I'll need 180 water, so no, I'll be a little bit shy. The power shards should take care of that. I'm getting these confused with refineries. Okay, so water. That means we're going to have to clock this. To there. And then I need to go get some copper sheets.
Not worth the effort.
Wasn't there? There's another one. Birds. Whee! It's a constant resupply. What do you need? Computers. Ouch. There's copper sheets here. And rotors. Oh, that's enough copper sheets. Priorities. I'm really, how much? Why am I using 300 plus? The whole point of setting this up was because it would give me 300 megawatts, which should have been enough. And now I'm trying to use a fair portion more. Really? Well, it's gonna shut down for a little bit. I gotta, just nowhere near proper production efficiency. Now let's double check. 60. Okay. Going to disconnect these. I'm primarily focusing on iron. Copper, we're not even started yet. So, I'm going to go over here. Disconnect that. Run over here.
A baby could have found this.
Sounding a little grumpy, Ada. Now I want this to run through. Burn up the existing ingots, then produce whatever that produces. Question is, Well, that give me enough rotors between that and this. We got rotors. Only needed about 100. Wait a minute. Why do I still have 100 rotors? Shouldn't have had that many rotors.
Milestone
I don't
reached.
think.
Coal and iron can be combined in the foundry to start steel production. Project part number 2, the versatile framework, can only be created via automation, not at a crafting bench. Delivering these to the space elevator is essential if we are going to complete phase 2 of project assembly and save the day. Fix It and humanity is relying on you.
Modular frame, steel beams. So now we do need to get steel production up and running. Would be nice. Hang on, how many? That's 5 per minute. What do I need for our various quartzes? I need 100. Quartz crystal, and I can get a whopping 15. Guess you got to start somewhere. Double check our power slug research. Can't do anything until I get time crystals. That's phase 5. Got a long ways to go for that one. Trying to clear out some more inventory. Sitting on fabric I don't need to sit on. Trying to let's see. What about the mycelia? Need 10 stators. I can't do anything about those yet. Or those. I could do this if I can make 50 fabric. That requires biomass. Drop that off. Proteins. Is it time to make capsules? double check here. Gotta find a stinger somewhere along the line. Should be able to do that. Except I just got rid of the... Good job. Got rid of the animal proteins. Can't do this or this. Okay. Forget where I am on the sulfur. We can do this one.
Research completed. Experimental power generation research options are now available. These may enhance performance of other fuel sources.
And what did I need? Oh, hard drive. Okay. Not going to be priority at the moment. But we can, that means we can drop that off. Drop this off just to not be carrying them around. I like that a lot better. All right. So, how are we? We have right now. I haven't looked at the other milestones. I meant to do that. Vehicular transport. Thinking we ought to be able to do that. Really? That was supposed to be a nimble little slide underneath there.
Just get back to work.
Oh, come on, Ada. All right, let's grab cable. Good job. No. Although I'll keep it. Let's see, one stack, yeah. Just like that. Need a few more modular frames. That will do for the moment. And rotors. Now I need the 100 rotors that I didn't have before. Or that I had before and didn't realize I had. That'll take care of rotors.
Milestone reached. Tractors permit pioneers to move around the world in a manner similar to using legs, except with wheels and the rampant consumption of natural resources. They can also be automated to self-drive and deliver resources between truck stations, which in turn facilitate automation of loading, unloading, and refueling.
So Mark III, we need this for advanced steel production and our automated wiring recipe. Who goes first? Probably advanced steel. Just to get the recipe. So I can see where I'm at. And we're gonna have to get started on steel production, of course. That means coal. See if we can catch it. Really? Start taking your time about burning through all these ingots. If that's going to be the case, we need to get more biofuel. And I thought I had a gift right over in here. I guess not. I forgot to turn on a light. Too bad we can't pick them back up. This is limestone. I need a hard drive. Didn't think so. I really need to find a quartz deposit. I wasn't sure if that would take out both of them. Sometimes the circle of influence or area of effect is not quite what I think it is. Is there a creature besides you? I need biomass. I need animal remains. Where's the hard drive? Trying to see if there's any more pieces I can get without being poisoned. Need that piece. And I know there's a piece over there. Sort of just doing this. I was trying to get a second shot in, it wouldn't let me.
Yes, yes, well done.
That was a red one. That one was special. Before we head out, anything of special note? We got a sphere. How convenient of them to just leave. No! One came back. Anything else I absolutely have to obtain before heading back? Oh, that thing. We absolutely have to have this. No, that's right. I forgot about anything I could do. I was hoping maybe for something I can equip. Don't believe there's anything I want to throw away. Except maybe this. Whoops. I don't... Is this even the right direction? No. I just went and took off. Look at all these gifts. Hello. Copper. I feel like I picked up a lot more foliage than I remember doing the last time we went chainsawing. Is it because I deliberately monitored and stopped early? I didn't think we spent very much time actually harvesting anything. And with those not actually producing power, then we should get a nice stockpile of biofuel. Okay, How are we doing here? Need more rods. I meant to drop these
Do we
gifts
need
off.
that?
Yes, Ada. Keep forgetting. I need to go turn on a light. Gifts. All right, so we needed a hard drive for who? You. Did I have the sulfur? Yep. Excellent.
Compacted coal unlocked. It is physically smaller and more powerful, but its carbon footprint remains enormous. This fuel upgrade can be used in coal-powered generators and vehicles.
All right, so we're dismantling. I think I want to dismantle more of this just to kind of get it out of the way for the time being. I didn't think I should have dropped that much power. All right, hang on. It's getting too dark around here. Only took about 2 seconds. Well, I want the rebar in there. Maybe. I don't see why not. Let me put it that way. Just to, well, what's the ratio? 15 to 15. Yeah, just to fill up this container. I forgot I even had this container for iron rods. How much longer am I going to wait? I'm not inclined to wait much longer. Meant to break that. I didn't even break this. Oops. No wonder stuff wasn't clearing out. I was still feeding in. You know, for going through 100 a minute, this sure is going slow. I'm not keeping animal remains on me. I want to drop that off and that off. Can I do another? Nope. I gotta find some sand. How much sand do I actually need? 10 there. Who knows next? Probably need to be processed. Wait a minute. Why are you yellow in the first place? You look yellow. Am I really backed up? Oh, I am. Yes, I am. Take care of that. How much longer am I going to do this? Oh, I know what I should be doing. What I was supposed to be doing in the first place. Hang on. Truck stations. Tractors. I was wondering if I could set up an effective truck route to run the sulfur down here, but not really. By the time I got... because it would have to run way over there just to come back over here and then get past all these obstacles. That would end up being pretty inefficient compared to just belting the sulfur over here. Trying to figure out why I wouldn't use lifts, but I don't have floor holes yet. No! That's not what I wanted. Fine. That reversed the wrong way. All right, I didn't catch that that would happen. Sure enough. All right. Okay. That brings in... brings in sulfur that direction. That may not be where I want it pointed. We got that deposit, that deposit. I need room. I presume it is the assembler. How much room do I actually need? I can back all this up. Compacted coal. 25 and 25. I have total of 60. I can run 2. Have a little extra. Because why not? The numbers are all wrong. Trying to come up with a combination that would make it all come out even. 30 into 25 just doesn't work. All right, so where? Got the goofy bird in the way. Too close, isn't it? Not thinking properly. That too close? I don't know, but it doesn't help when it's not lined up. There we go. Wait, I was wanting to make sure of. I had to line it up there, didn't I? How much? 25. Bird. Almost forgot it might help to actually hook up the sulfur. Preferably before running out of power. Who came up with this alignment? I thought I had that centered down there. Brilliant. Wow. Need more sulfur. Want to steal some more sulfur. That had nothing to do with sulfur. Ada's awfully quiet about these all of a sudden. Do that again. Wink. Wanted to watch him blow himself up. All right, sulfur. Let's see. They'll need... These guys need power. This power needs to be reworked anyway. Really? You had to be right there? Right in the way? And you won't move. I saw that. No fuel. Well, we could get fuel. If I remember right, the actual usage rate is about half that of coal. Or 7.5 or less. Which means we could double this again. Really? So why not this one? Oh, I got rid of my concrete. $7.14. Starting to worry about my sulfur. It's almost here. Excellent. So I think I want to leave that for just a little bit. Let the buffers get filled up with compacted coal. How much is this producing? Well, I'm using 50 in that direction. Putting out 60. We need to bump that up, don't we? Maybe. What is this using? 15. Yeah. Go ahead and kick it up to 75. Or 90, whatever. No! All right. Concrete and reinforced iron plate. Then maybe mess around with our iron production. Reinforced plate. How are we looking here? Are we starting to get buffers filled up? Excellent. Try that again. Try that again. We need to straighten up this power line. Well, we can do that. We'll have one of the milestones does have the power towers. Give that a minute to, what am I doing? Foundation. Hey, what was with the interruption? I was supposed to do the belts on the way over. There we go. You know, I thought this was going to be caught up by now. Oh well. That's better. Can I steal another load of sulfur? Just to help it out a little. Didn't realize there was quartz hiding over here. Important. Fine. Pick this one up too. Okay. I think I've goofed off long enough. I think that will hold for a little bit. Guess we're about to find out. Rotors, modular frames. Go ahead and get these gifts. I'm gonna need another container just for the gifts. Yep. Supposed to do something special with the gifts. Process them into wonderful things. There. Rotors, modular frames. Modular frames, I need 100. And 100 rotors again. I knew better than to look there. Sweet. Still got to do this iron pipe or steel pipe. There. No. Where did I say what? Why? Why did I say 100 rotors? Could have sworn that said 100, not 200. Fine. There. You're about done. Am I going to leave this arrangement as it is? Probably. All right, starting to get things cleared out. So these. Stand for the time being. All right, so iron smelting. I got you. Got you. Why did I not clear you up? You were still processing. Ingots from there, ingots from there, ingots from there, and ingots from there. From there, we need to feed into, let's see, which way do we want to feed? I kind of don't see why we should not. Hold on. There, there. Okay, yeah, there and there. We're going to end up pretty much feeding into here, aren't we? We need iron rods, plates, and then screws. Do I really want to do... Hold on. I got wood. You're pretty much done, aren't you? Need some temporary containers out of the way. Screws. Need another one. Do I? Will that hold all the screws? One way to find out. Really? That was only about one stack's worth of screws? Really wouldn't have thought so. Of course, I didn't pick them all up either. I got Fixmas gifts everywhere. And you're actually still dumping iron rods. So I still have that container plus another container full of screws, plates. Let's see. Do a little bit of cleanup here on the power. That is probably not, well. Yeah, that needed fixing anyway. And so does this. Wrong. It's all wrong. Okay. Get out of my construction zone. So we're going to have smelting, and then we're going to have a rough flow of goods towards the space elevator. But that would mean I'd better start filling this in. I think we're going to use it. Matter of fact, I need to clean up this nonsense too, don't I? Which is faster, moving by hand or letting it dump? Probably by hand, considering I only have Mark II belts at the moment. Ah, we got another one in the way. Okay. Smelting. All right, no. Smelting is done immediately adjacent. And let's see. Ew. Where's the power node? Here, okay. Alright, so ingots from here. Coming this way. Didn't realize I was still dumping into that. Okay, these are all like messing with me. This, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna clean all this up. No! I picked up all those iron plates and dumped them all. Now I need them all. Plates. Over here where I dumped them. What else am I hanging on to? Ingots. Interfering. There. Forgot about the crystal. Are you done yet? Yes, because you have no power. Of course, now I gotta straighten that up. All right, let's start here. Try that again. The whole point was to go to lifts. That what I want? Probably. Fixmas gifts everywhere. And another crate. I'm gonna have to do another. Yep, I have to do another container. That's for the ingots. Oh well. Now let's see about arranging. Clean up a crate. I really prefer the idea of starting to set up smelters going down this way. Sooner or later, I presume I would want to allow for balance. I don't quite have the usage to justify it yet. I could do it. It'd be kind of pointless for smelting right now. But I think we could kind of like lay the groundwork to a certain extent. Basically, in other words, allow some room. Start laying in there. Or to be able to lay in a balancing network once I get to that point. Now, which direction am I feeding? Because we need, let's see, we're going to produce. We got stuff coming from that way and still this way. Gonna run smelters this way. Still don't see why I wouldn't want to. Yet. Right now we can support 4. Wait a minute, did I just do Mark II all the way across? A little bit of overkill. Power as usual. Don't like either one, to be honest. Although if I'm going to do it, for some reason, I prefer it back there. Donkey Cow, hello. No, this would be I think the third full playthrough. Second that I've streamed, I believe. Am I okay with this? Now, back to the question, which way am I feeding the ingots? That way, I'm sure. I don't know why I wouldn't be. Am I adjusting this then? I should. Even though this is wait a minute, this is a normal. Why am I? Hold on. Were these all pure? I was stuck on the idea that these deposits were all, yep, pure. But these were normal deposits.
I'm sure this is useful to someone, somewhere.
Well, why else would we be getting them? Let's see. What was I? So these are all pures. Sure enough. Okay. Which is fine. That throws me off a little bit. Which doesn't take much. Let's see. Gifts. Hop off all the gifts. This one's got music. Let's see. And we got that one done. Okay. Now, go ahead and bring that out. Go ahead. Whoops. Do that there. Oops. Look, buddy. We're coming through whether you like it or not. This one's impure. Oh, joy. Nah. We'll go ahead and outfit it with a Mark II, even though it doesn't really need it. Now. Now, it's time to get concrete. You lose power? Why? Power's not shut off. Wait a minute. Did we double check this? This should have... Oh no, did I disconnect power somewhere? Lose track of where I did it? Oh, I did. I could have sworn I had this network connected to this line of poles. Although it doesn't need to be. This is only black powder. This is a side operation. I don't care about side operations. Concrete, however, is not a side operation. So I have that power network coming in here, which I did disconnect, but I kind of need to... I'm gonna fill in this gap here. Just looks wrong if I don't. And then any reason not to, I have this oriented wrong. Not really. No, I don't. I'm trying to avoid running a string of poles down here. What I'm trying to do. Just a cheap 2-bar hog. I'm also trying to avoid running power all the way over there when I have a power line that's like right here. Where is it? It was right here. I survived without an ouchie. Except it's not right here. It's way over here. Who come up with this scheme anyway? Other than the fact that this is where the coal is. I still don't want to run the power that way. I really don't know why. It bothers me. I want to run it straight across. Not entirely sure why. That's what I want to do. This will still eventually get connected this way too, but got a little bit before we do that. Matter of fact, why? Pretty sure I don't need the extra poles. All right, we're going to reconfigure this. All of this is getting reconfigured. Probably. It is going to take forever to dump these, isn't it? That's hilarious. Can we at least finish without getting ourselves distracted yet again? This setup. What is, I forget what these max out at. 150. I'll go ahead and just boost it. So it matches the others for the moment. I'd feel a lot better if I did. Well, I was coming this way on those, therefore I'm going to come this way on these. Oops. Because why not? And then the same thing. More or less. To presume future balancing and hopefully leave room. I've settled on a 2 nudge separation rule. I have no idea why, but I have. Rather, I don't know why I don't just center them either on a seam or on a panel and go with that. I keep trying to be economic with spacing, which is waste of time and a losing proposition. Yeah. I wondered when that would happen. I knew it was just a matter of time. I just didn't think without a ramp that he would hop up here, but he sure did, didn't he? That's hilarious. Any power to there. Oh, I better set you up again. Did he walk off? He sure did. Said nuts to this. All right, now where am I going to route power into this system? This way I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay, so you're set. Oh, I think it's going that way. Your turn. Who am I so close to that's doing all that gurgling? Is that you? Making all that racket? I would advise on Pepto. Well, at least the power pole can stay in place. Okay, let's get you going. Really? Fine. Okay, same thing all over again. Need a blueprint. Don't have blueprints yet. I liked how much I allowed over here. I think didn't allow as much as I allowed there. Only about 2 platforms. How much did I allow here? About 2 platforms. Of course. All right, and we're expansion. I think should go. Yeah. Right about there. Who's you? What? Nice job. Am I sure about that? No. We'll see. All right, so that's you, that's you, that's you. Really? Oh, you're done, aren't you? Yep. Well, there's a lot less than remaining than I thought. All right, patch. These holes. There. Little trim here, a little patching there. Okay, now what? All right, so we're setting up assemblers. Oops. Nope, never mind. Forgot about you. Oh boy. You're like right in the middle of everything. Although, may not matter that much. That could be all right. Will we? Do I? Ooh. Do I want to orient this different? So we got a problem. If I set these out here now, what do I care? We're planning on going this way or expansion, any expansion. There's got to be an upper limit. Along with the possibility of not even needing this deposit eventually, maybe. Quit whining. Get to work. Okay. I haven't run out of iron rods in ages. Don't use a lot of them for construction. All right, where am I? Here. Again, out of line. Okay, now you're all set up. You have power. You're still dumping screws. Really? What's taking so long? This one didn't take that long. Okay, outs. Whoop. Try that again. I thought that was crooked for a second. Okay, so that's got everybody set up, doesn't it? Everybody's pretty much ready to roll. Now, Now. God, which container? We need some signs. You're awful quiet, Ada. Haven't said anything. That was a little dramatic. Okay. Plates, rods. Rods into screws. Now we got 120, 120, 120, 120. 480 ingots. I have you set up for versatile framework. We're going to be making steel. Coal is over here. Wasn't there an iron deposit over here too? Yeah. One right there. Pure. Got 3 normal deposits of coal. Not fully utilizing this one, but I'm sure between these 3 deposits I can get all the coal I'll need for quite a while. Plus that to make steel ingots. About as many as I'm going to want. That'd be steel ingots over there. Steel ingots over there. And over here we're working on plates and screws. The heck? Plates. Hurry up. Only 200 screws. Cleaning that up. I thought I was going to have a couple of stacks. Okay, now we're clear. Clear field. Okay, you're expanding that way. You're expanding that way. So I got ingots coming this way, this way, this way, this way. I did all iron plate. There'll be 4 constructors. I'm going to do the same thing. Theoretically allow for future balancing. That right? Should be 30 ingots. These should burn up 30 ingots. That was wrong. There. Okay, iron plates. I don't really know how many I need yet. Probably, that means I got to start doing math. No math Monday. Okay, power. Did it again. It focused on one alignment, didn't pay attention to the other. All right, so that's iron plates. And that would be 80 iron plates. I'm thinking I'm going to do both of these into iron plates. I'm pretty sure we're going to need a lot of reinforced iron plate and modular frames, which is going to be reinforced iron plate. So let's see, and we're going this way with these ingots. And did I do this wrong? I think I did. Maybe. I'm bringing ingots. Which way did I bring them out? This way. If I spin you 90. Bringing ingots this way. Good, couldn't we? Let's try this arrangement again. If I'm going to... All right, let's do it. That right? Yeah. Okay. Now, coming down this way, I extend that pelt down to here. And then Now start setting up instructors. More like this. Nope. Constructor. Ain't working. Should have left my orientation alone. It'll be okay, but I should. I did not see that happening. All right. Should have known better by now. Oops. Missed one. Why? That's 160 iron plate. Out of however many I need. Versatile frameworks. 2.5 modular frames. I forget what our production is. Two. Well, of course it would be. I don't want to do this. Not like this. But if we did this, I could feed 2 of these. No. What am I thinking? 2 of these would be 5. No Math Monday. I mean, I could do 4 of these, 5 of those, and that would come out even. That would mean I'd need 15 reinforced iron plates. That's... So 3 of these, 90 iron plates. Hold on. Yeah. And 180 screws. Why not? $180 screws. Avery, how's it going? Oh, speaking of, I was about to say, you got snow. I got about 1 inch of snow, except we can't see it because it's dark out. Whoops. Didn't mean to turn that one off. Turn that one off. There we go. We picked up about roughly 1 inch of snow, which will probably be gone tomorrow. That was off of a forecast for no accumulation. Do I really have a problem with what I'm coming up with so far? And then, because if I do this, that's dedicated to iron plates. And then we can run these for rods, and then some of those for screws as needed. I just don't see why not. All right, but that would mean, let's see, I could do 8. I could do 16 without power shards. Iron rod constructors. They use half the ingots as iron plates. 16. That's 8. How many iron rods? How many screws? Did all the iron rods go into screws? No. Someone else uses iron rods. Stators. Rotors. All right, who dropped? That you? Shook the ground? I forgot what my production on rods was. 15. Because of course it would be. Okay, I think I know. Shush. I think I know how I want to set this up. For now, let's see. Start you. Here. How many? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got a little frisky there. Ew. All right, so I'm thinking our expansion that way there. If I keep going, means this may get spun. Did I really do another 8? Surely not. There's no way. There's not room for 8 to come marching across here. Not the way I have them spaced anyway. Yeah, only about 4. That too many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Why couldn't it be odd? Now I'm seeing a good reason. To balance. They're gonna work. And how? Wait a minute. These are rods. $45, $45. Okay. Someone ran out of reinforced iron plates. Imagine that. Well, repeat, yeah. Or pick the same item again rather than go to the menu. I just haven't been able to develop the habit. That'd be rods. That'd be those rods. 120 rods. Why don't I just feed this way? What would be wrong with feeding this way? I set up. Not sure what would be wrong. Let's try it. I wonder, I thought I should be getting alignment arrows. Still not. Too far away? Might be. How much of this do I want to go here? Do I want to do this? Not sure why not, actually. This is why the middle mouse button would work better. Wouldn't be picking the wrong one out of the menu. Come on. There. No. Really? I thought I had extra iron plate stashed over there. Apparently not. Do see a small problem here. Maybe. Or, yes, because I just blocked off pathing going, any pathing going that way. If I'm going to do this, it's all wrong. I set this up to run this way. Yeah. That's not going to work. Good thing I didn't have the power done. Okay, let's try that again. Do I just go ahead and line them up? What happens if I do this? Not sure I want to. Snowing again for you. Oh boy. Dark out. I can't tell if it is for me. I don't think I'm supposed to get any more snow where I'm at. Am I going to share output line? I was wondering why I wasn't lined up. Didn't have anything to line up yet, and this is wrong. Thought that was off. Really? Yes, no. I have all the rods coming down this way. We'll do 2 tiers, right? Why not? I don't have the belt speeds to do it all on one tier, one level. That's why. Yet. Can't help it. Do I have the room? Or I mean, no, yes I do. Never mind. Do I like? Nope. I liked it. I like that one better. Definitely not really. Nice job. Try that again. There. Everybody's linked up, so I have 2 rows of 120 rods. I got 240 rods for whatever reason I have 240 rods for. Then again, I'm probably going to need a buttload of screws, so I suspect we're going to use them. Power? Hang on. Awful lot of screeching in the background. Okay. Rods. Now we need screws. What time is it? Oh boy. So I got 240 rods. That's a lot of screws that I can make with 240 rods. I don't need all of them. Well, I don't need all of them turned into screws. I think I'm planning on half of them. Maybe 12 screws. Wait a minute, I never set recipes. Is that right? Better get this laid in before I forget. Screws. Now we can keep going that way as far as I want to. Screws. Doing it again. Am I going to be all right? Starting about there. trying to think and place constructors at the same time. It's not a good idea. Oops. Iron plates. Probably ought to grab some concrete. That look good or bad? Kind of like it. Grab some concrete. Ada's been pretty quiet. Hasn't said a word about all these Fixmas gifts. All that empty space is starting to get filled up again. All right, what am I up to? I think I need 2 more. I think I need some more reinforced iron plate. Need steel pipe. I haven't even got to steel production yet. I'm trying to wrap it up because we've gone over. At least want to get the screws laid in. Couldn't help it. All right, that should be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do it again. Whoop. Try it. See? Every time. No! There. Okay, so that'll feed all of these screws. Power. Gotta have power. pretty sure that I'm going to run all the screws this way. This is how I really want to run them. Why? No. Let's do it different. I don't have a choice, do I? That's a lot of screws. Gonna need a lot of screws. Try this again. Do the same thing. I forgot that my output is 40 screws. Oh, wait. Oh. Weakness. We're using the middle button. You're doing machinery, you get the recipe too, whether you want it or not. I thought that might be the case, and I wasn't sure. Now I know. Granted, going to a new machine and a new item, you're going to have to set the recipe no matter what. All right, so that is going to be a bunch of Mark II belts. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. Hold on. My math right? 30? Yes. It's the other way coming back out. So 100. I'm gonna just shy a couple of belts here. Hold on. I did this wrong. $30. $16.90. Then 120. Oops. Try that again. Still a splitter. Yes. And right down here. Yeah. Nope. It'll be right here. No. I was right. Okay. $30, $60, $30, $60. Yes. Can we? It'll be awful tight. I don't think so. There. Better. Much better. Then we have 4 feeds of screws to go to wherever we need 4 feeds of screws. Which we'll figure out next time. Sweet. Yeah, I like that a lot better. I hope. I never set these. Thought I did. Earn 60 iron plates. We'll see if that's enough. Otherwise, we got to do a bunch of this over again. Then we still have steel to get set up. But I'm thinking decent progress. Little picture. Let's see. No, wait a minute. Got storm clouds on the horizon. How about that? And sparklies in the air. That'll work. I was going to see, I just picked those up. I know I have them. Okay, can't do anything with milestones until I get steel up and running. But we're almost there. Got pretty much all this set up. We could, for any reason, not to turn it. No. Matter of fact, do have what? How do I forgot. I need to. One thing I learned last time was the need to have spots to inject extra whatevers, anything from ore on up into the pipeline in case you pick some up. Then you want to dump it in, and all of your processors for that item have full buffers, but you still want to feed it into the stream. So I forgot to see about setting that up, but it shouldn't be hard to do, I hope. Anything else? And that's specifically, especially right now, it means all of this, all of those containers. Because waste not, want not, and so on and so forth. We got rebar, we got gifts. We got coal that we can expand readily enough now that we have compacted coal fuel. And I was actually thinking we might be about ready to set up some truck freight routes, but not quite yet. Not quite yet. That still remains something I haven't tried yet, and if it comes up to, looks like it ought to be a good idea to set it up, I want to try it out. Just but I think that won't be until either next time or time after, I suppose, which will be Wednesday. Tomorrow we'll be back into Fallout New Vegas. Same time, 4 p.m. Central. So on through the week, alternating. So we finish out on Saturday at 5 p.m. Central with New Vegas. Otherwise, we're going to call it here. Went over as usual. Yeah, I'm curious. I never really messed with trucks. They have their limitations, I know. But then, so does everything else. Pros and cons. I keep trying to wrap it up. We'll call it here then. I already gave you the schedule. I keep thinking there's something I'm forgetting. Can't think of what it is. But we'll call it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time.